I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before buying the Drake Cutlass Black, and we're starting right now. Welcome to A Star Citizen's Buyer's Guide. What's up, citizens? This is SubliminaL here, and today we'll be discussing the features, functions, and benefits of the Drake Cutlass Black, and we'll compare those features amongst competing ships so you can make an informed buying decision. In this review, I'll cover a brief overview, take a tour, compare stats, go over its default weapons and components as well as my recommendations, review pros and cons, and finish up with my thoughts on the Cutlass Black. If this is our first time meeting, welcome. My name is SubliminaL and my passions are Star Citizen and content creation. Be sure to check out some of my other reviews in this series and consider subscribing. Remember to check the pinned comment below for corrections, afterthoughts, and my updated loadouts. New citizens, be sure to use my referral link on screen or in the description to reserve your 5,000 Alpha UEC in the persistent universe. No pledge necessary. With that out of the way, let's get to it. The Cutlass Black is a space superiority fighter manufactured by Drake. It was initially developed in the mid-29th century as a bid for a military contract with the United Empire of Earth Navy. When the bid failed, Drake opted to market the Cutlass Black as a low-cost, easy-to-repair spacecraft for civilians. The larger-than-average cargo hold, RIO seat, and dedicated tractor mount are, as the company literature insists, for facilitating search and rescue operations. Drake Interplanetary is a human spacecraft manufacturer headquartered on Borea. They design, manufacture, and sell spaceships in the Star Citizen universe. Their ships have a characteristically robust and geometrical design that utilizes many low-tech materials. Drake's target group also includes militias and pirates. The former CEOs Jan and John Dredge cultivated the outlaw image from the beginning of the company, which raised controversies about Drake's responsibility for pirate-related crimes. The Cutlass series includes the Black, as well as the medical transport Red and the patrol variant Blue that is scheduled to be released in the upcoming 3.10 patch. Click the info card here to see my review of the Red. As of today, the Cutlass Black is for sale and upgrade on the Pledge Store for $100. It is available in the Cutlass Black game package for $115 and alongside the Drake Dragonfly Loot and Scoop package for $150. The Black is available as a loaner to Cutlass Blue owners. The Cutlass Black is available in-game at Teach's ship shop at Levski for almost 1.4 million Alpha UEC, and it is available for rent at Area 18's Traveler Rentals and Lorville's Vantage Rentals. Now that you know a little bit more about the Cutlass Black, let's take a tour. This buyer's guide is brought to you by my Locations of Stanton collection over on Display. Any purchase made supports the channel, and for every purchase, Display will plant a tree in places that need it the most. Click the link in the description. If you'd like to skip this tour, the timestamp is on screen and in the description. The first thing you might notice is the ship is a lot larger than you would expect. From here, we can see from top to bottom a size 3 laser repeater on the turret, a size 2 gimbal ballistic repeater above the wing, and a size 2 gimbal laser repeater under the wing. Can anyone tell me what all of this is on the front of these arms in the comments? I'm curious. From here, you can see its massive main thrusters. These are currently in flight mode but can turn down into VTOL mode. These also work independently from the landing gear now. Both the port and starboard side have these huge doors, but no way to get up to them from the outside just yet. But this makes for a great way to exit the ship without fear of someone boarding from the outside. Around the back, we have the cargo bay door. We'll come back here in a second. The starboard side is identical to the port side. Let's go through the rear entrance. Here's where the 46 SCU is stored. This is also big enough to fit a Tumbrel Cyclone or multiple of any other smaller vehicles. With the Cyclone, you can even have some room to store cargo. Heading inside, we have 3 drop seats on each side. This is a good thing to have so your passengers don't get knocked out of the ship in quantum. Above the drop seats, we have some component housings. The Cutlass has a pretty large cargo area for a medium ship. Let's check out the port side door. Headed toward the fore of the ship, we enter into a room with some storage and some spaceship stuff. On the starboard side, we have a 4-count weapon rack that is functional, some more storage that you can't store stuff in, 2 beds, and a manned turret. This turret has a radar and 4 MFDs. This is pretty good. Let's head towards the flight deck. The pilot's seat does not have the new building blocks UI that is featured on the Gladius and some of the newer ships. It does have 6 MFDs, a 2D radar, and annunciator panels. And of course, this is a Drake, so there's no ejection feature. One common complaint is that the Cutlass has a not so ideal view from the pilot seat. I think this could be fixed by just swapping it with the co-pilot seat. This co-pilot seat has 4 functional MFDs. The Cutlass Black has 2 flight modes, regular flight and VTOL, or vertical takeoff and land. Now that we've taken a tour, let's see how it compares to other ships you might be considering. For comparison, I have selected 10 ships. The red variant, the Titan because you may be upgrading from it, some multi-crew combat ships, and some drop ships. The Google Sheet document with the data is linked in the description. The Cutlass Black weighs in at over 225,000 kilograms and ties in 8th place with the Cutlass Red. It fits in at 36 meters in length and ties in 4th place with the Red again. It totes 46 SCU of cargo space and comes in 3rd place. It has a max crew size of 3 and comes in 6th place. It carries 2,500 quantum fuel units and ties in 2nd place with most of the ships on this list. It cruises by with an SCM speed of 165 meters per second. It ties in 6th place with the Valkyrie. It speeds by with a max speed of 1114 and comes in 5th place. It steers in with a maximum yaw pitch rate of 50 degrees per second and ties in 5th place with the Cuddy Red and Valkyrie. It boasts a total HP of over 21,000 and comes in 4th place. It blasts its way in with a default pilot DPS of 1224 and takes 7th place. It shoots its way through with a default turret DPS of 880 and takes 4th place. It blows up its competition with a total missile payload of almost 62,000 and takes 4th place again. And the Cutlass Black is available for sale in-game for almost 1.4 million Alpha UEC and seems to be priced very well considering. Now let's talk about its stock weapons and my recommendations. Under each wing, the Cutlass Black has 2 gimbaled size 2 weapons. Up top, it has 2 more gimbaled size 2 weapons, and the turret comes with 2 size 3 weapons. Under each wing, we have a gimbaled size 2 CF227 Badger laser repeater. If you prefer energy weapons, I would keep these and add 2 more up top. I will swap them out for 2 size 2 Scorpion GT215s. One Scorpion is size 2, does 21 damage, times 900 RPM for a total of 318 DPS and a 2100 meter range. With ballistics, ammo should be taken into account. It has 8,000 rounds that would deplete in 533 seconds of continuous fire. On top, the Cutlass Black comes with 2 gimbaled size 2 Scorpion GT215s. I don't like to mix and match weapons, so these can stay. Up on the turret, we have 2 size 3 CF337 Panther laser repeaters. If you prefer your gunner to have some range, I would keep these. I'm going to swap them out for 2 NDB30 Neutron laser repeaters. One NB30 is size 3, does 200 damage, times 160 RPM for a total of 532 DPS and a 1300 meter range. My logic behind this build is for the pilot to weaken the incoming enemies with shield penetrating ballistic fire, and when they get close, the gunner can finish them off with a barrage of high DPS damage at close range. On each wing, the Cutlass Black comes with 2 size 4 missile racks with 2 size 3 Arrestor 3s each. Arrestor 3s are size 3, cross section, do over 4,200 damage, have a 3.5 second lock time and an over 9,000 meter lock range. The other size 4 missile rack holds 4 size 2 Tempest 2s. They are size 2, cross section, do over 3,500 damage, have a 2.4 second lock time, and a lock range of almost 5,400 meters. All of these missiles are cross section, so I'm going to roll with these. If you like Rattler 2s, feel free to add them in where you see fit. But let's talk about the standard components and my recommendations. The standard power plant on the Cutlass Black is the size 2 grade 3 Daybreak. I recommend swapping it out for the size 2 grade 1 JS 400 with almost 10,700 max power generation per second and a 10-second draw request time. This will almost double its max power draw and shorten the time it takes to reach that power draw down to 10 seconds. For coolers, it comes with 2 size 2 grade 3 Cool Snap coolers. I recommend swapping them out for 2 Cool Cores. They are size 3, grade 3, provide a 8 million max cooling per second rate, and a 10-second power draw request time. This will double the max cooling rate and reduce the time it takes to reach that rate down to 10 seconds. For shields, it has the size 2 grade 3 Stop Shield generator. My recommendation for the shield, since there's only one, is to go with the best overall size 2 shield generator, the FR76. This will add 10,000 more shield HP, significantly raise its regen rate, and reduce its down regen delay. And lastly, the QT drive it comes with is a size 2 grade 3 Odyssey. I would swap it out for the Crossfield. It is size 2, grade 3, has a 236 megameter per second quantum speed, a 2.25 second spool up, and a 22 second cool down time. With the Cutlass Black's quantum fuel capacity, it can make the trip from Port Alizar to Microtech and back without stopping to refuel. If you don't have around 314,000 Alpha UEC to spend on all this at once, I would buy them in the following order. This is quite a bit of money, so save the coolers and the quantum for last. After you watch the rest of the review, check out the link to my Urkel.Games loadout in the description. Here you can find prices and locations on where to find these items in the verse. These are just my recommendations and aren't the best for every situation. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, leave them in the comments below. Because Star Citizen is constantly changing and my recommended loadouts can change at any time, stay up to date by heading over to the SubliminaL channel Discord where I store these loadouts. I am building a community here for citizens who want to discuss ships, loadouts, components, weapons, and more. Click the link in the description. Alright, let's weigh some of the pros and cons. I would say its pros are its cargo capacity. Coming from the Avenger Titan, this is quite a bit. It has a pretty large quantum fuel tank, so you can equip some quick but less efficient QT drives to make trips shorter and still get to and from the farthest locations in our solar system. It has plenty of room for mission boxes, players, and most land vehicles. It also has some amenities like beds and weapon racks. Its turret will get you into some multi-crew gameplay. FYI, if you're not putting someone up there, you're doing it wrong. Its potential DPS with 4 size 2 gimbaled weapons and 2 size 3 on the turret is a lot of firepower. And don't get me started on those 16 cross-section missiles that it comes stocked with. I would say its cons are, it's pretty slow in every sense of the word, SCM, max speed, and yaw pitch. And honestly, those just kind of come with the territory of such a large ship. And because if I don't mention it, someone in the comments is going to freak out, it doesn't have a toilet. Alright, so what are your thoughts? I'm going to make this quick. I think the Cutlass Black is probably one of the best all-around ships in Star Citizen, especially for at or below the $100 price point. It's really a jack of all trades, but a master of none. It's great for almost every Star Citizen mission, from claim jumpers to FPS missions to bounty hunting and more. You get lots of room for trading cargo and toting around land vehicles. You get to experience multi-crew gameplay and dish out a pretty good amount of damage while doing it. And all of this for the small price of being a little sluggish. If you are considering upgrading from the Avenger Titan, you are following the same path I did, and I recommend it. In the distant future, if you find that you like multi-crew combat, maybe you might want to upgrade to the Freelancer Misk or Freelancer Max if you're enjoying cargo hauling. Those are my thoughts. Let me hear yours down in the comments. If you're a new citizen or even considering becoming a citizen, use the referral code on screen and in the description to reserve your 5,000 Alpha UEC in the persistent universe. If you've enjoyed this review, check out more of my content. If you'd like, there are 6 ways to support the channel. Number 1, you can smash that like button. Number 2, you can share this content with someone who may enjoy it. Number 3, you can check out my Locations of Stanton collection over on Displate. Number 4, you can subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the circle here. Number 5, you can become a channel member by clicking the join button below. And number 6, if you're feeling generous, consider becoming a patron. Some pledge perks can be seen here, including desktop versions of my Locations of Stanton collection available to all patrons. If not, your viewership is greatly appreciated. Until next time, citizens, I'll see you in the verse.